Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
Haynes has tied up this Division III state championship match by winning the second set 25-22. Let's hear more from McKenna Malone.
Both of these teams are feeling the pressure right now for sure, but Haynes has been doing a really good job at kind of taking the lead and creating that space and leaving room to where they can make errors. Hannan their outsides were really finding that line in the beginning of the second set, but Haynes started shutting down the hitters and forcing them to find other ways to score. Regardless of the score, Haynes hitters aren't letting off the gas, and that's what's creating that big space and really helped them to win that second set.
Thank you very much, McKenna. Again, these two battled in a 5-set match in the quarterfinals last year, with Hannan winning and then going on to win a state championship. These two also met in the regular season, and it was all Hannan. Hannan won in 2 sets. Wasn't really even close, 25-14, 25-13, but apparently Haynes Academy learned a lot from that matchup in the regular season.
Yeah, I would love to watch some of that film from that game and see what the difference was. Was it maybe there were players out? Were they running something different offensively or defensively? Maybe it was just Hannan was really on and Haynes was really off.
Yeah. All right, so for Hannan, what do they need to do here to win set number 3 in your mind?
I go back to the difference between the first and second set between these two teams is pretty small, right? Who can manage a few less errors? Who can find a little bit of a play here and there? I'd like to see Hannan use that short serve a little bit more. That's something that seems to be giving Haynes some problems. And then obviously you've got to keep track of Virginia Voce, because she is a problem wherever she's hitting on the net. They want to get her the ball. So the more hands you can get in front of her, the better.
Virginia and Marilyn Voce, two sisters playing their final match together. As Feehan, the libero, checks in, Sky Lewis will step out here for the opening of this third set.
I think Haynes has got to continue to dig balls. Hannan is moving balls all over the court really well, and Haynes has done a good job of getting some transition attacks out of it.
Illegal touch. Quick point there for Haynes.
We talked about Reese Foster coming through with some big points. In the quarterfinal match, she had 13 kills against Westlake. She's going to have to continue to have that kind of game, be a big impact for them.
Bailey Bevelo got the point there for Hannan. 1-1 on the serve here for Hannan. It's Miranda Holenchek. Point goes to Haynes.
Block was up a little bit late. You saw the ball. If you watch this, the ball hits the top of her hands and goes way out.
Isabel Granados. Not much spin on that serve. And another kill for Phillips. Mia Phillips makes it a 2-2 game here in the third set.
You look at how big these players are in the front row. You know, Mia Phillips, big, tall lefty. Obviously, you've got the Voce twins on the other side. They're playing so high above the net.
Oh, tough chance here for Cameron Vaughn. And yeah, not much he could do there after the bad pass.
and almost found a way for it to fall. That ball was only out by maybe a foot or so.
That was a good shot. Good try there by Cameron Vaughn. Little tap and scrambling. It's going to lead to a point for the Haynes Yellow Jackets. Good job there. Good resourcefulness there by Marilyn Voce.
Almost a kick save over there. I saw this foot comes flying out of nowhere.
Well, they used to play hockey in this arena, so maybe it'd be appropriate. Great block there. Borg was there along with Virginia Voce. Let's see if they get it to Virginia Voce. Here she comes, a little tap. Good block, though, for Hannan, as up there was Schubert.
Both those teams with second-team chances off of coverage.
Trying to set something up here for Mia. The left-handed hitter gets a point.
Both teams getting blocked, digging the ball out of the block in coverage. Getting their hit is another effort. Really good fundamental volleyball right there.
We're all tied up in one. I tell you, this has been an even match all the way throughout. 4-3 is our score. In the third set, Virginia Voce, a big strike, but there was Holenchek. And they get the point. Mia Phillips starting to heat up there off that left side. She is so tough to stop.
She has worked this portion of the court. You watch her go up here, turn this ball all the way across back into zone 4. Really, really hard to stop, obviously, because she has scored almost at will with that shot.
Power there from Virginia Voce. And when she gets it over the blocker's hands like that, then that's very tough for the defense to try to prevent that one from falling in.
Yeah, you're looking for a ball to be pulled down into the court, hit further into the middle. When she hits it off those hands and it goes flying out the back, almost impossible to get a hand on it.
Great serve by Frito, forcing Horenchek to go down on the floor. Here's Virginia, another one for Virginia Voce.
When you can hit a ball hard like that, it allows all those secondary shots, tips and rolls and off-speed things to work. If you can't hit a ball like that, all that other stuff doesn't work very well. So she's got a good mix going on.
Virginia Voce heading to UAB to play beach volleyball. Little tap there. And that's going to be a point for Hannan. Scoring there was Mia Phillips. Mia Phillips will sit here. She was going to end up in the back as a result of the rotation. On the serve is Bankston. Sky Lewis gets the point.
I think she's going to have to be a key piece moving forward in this match for Haynes. She's shown she can make an effect at the net with her blocking. They're going to need her offense too a little bit.
6-6 is our score. Good serve by Cameron Vaughn. She had a great rally at the end of the second set. Into the net, right? Or was it out?
Off the antenna.
Off the antenna, yep. So Hannan gets the point. They lead at 7-6.
So those antennas stick up. They are in line with the white sideline that goes all the way around the court. Anything that's touching them or outside of them is an out-of-bounds call.
Bankston, an excellent server. And the point is going to go to Haynes as Virginia Voce powers another point through.
And that's like looking at a Nolan Ryan fastball right there.
You're right. You're exactly right.
You know it's coming, and it's still hard to get a piece of.
7-7 our score in the third set. All evened up at 1 set apiece. Good strike there by Marilyn Voce. Voce now on the pass. She's going to get it back. And Marilyn Voce's got herself a kill.
Most of what we've seen her doing is been working in the middle as a middle hitter. But when Sky Lewis and her are in the front row, Marilyn gets to be on the outside. Gives her a few more hitting options that she has in the middle. A different look.
Virginia Voce lofts one to the Hannan Hawks. Little tap. This is going to give a chance. Going down for the dig there was Josie. The pass here. Little tap from Virginia Voce. Big strike out from Reese Foster. Oh, wait a minute. What did they got? A net violation? And Virginia Voce wants to ask the head referee, who was that on? And it looked like Maryland saying it was a good call. So 8-8 is our score.
I love watching these two defenses.
Yep, they get after it.
They really, really do. They have bodies flying everywhere.
And nicely executed tap there, but a good save from Bankston. Here comes Marilyn Voce. Great block, though, as Pathamathong was there. Out of bounds. It's going to go to Haynes as they've regained the lead here in this third set.
Back and forth, just like the first two sets.
And that's going to be out. Point is going to go to Haynes.
Haynes was trying to get there. Just a little bit wide on that ball. It's a great look at it on the replay.
Ella Feehan on the serve here. Feehan will pass it off.
It's a great dig right there. It gives you a chance to get a good ball to a hitter.
And it was a good job there for Hannan as they able to get the points. Or the point, I should say. 10-9. Haynes still leading though. Holencheck will have the serve. Set it up for Marilyn Voce. Mia. Good job by Virginia Voce. Good block, but it goes out of bounds. Isabella Granados getting the point.
Yeah, and like we talked about earlier, both these setters, both of them play all the way around, both Vaughn and Granados. So not only do they have to defend and hit, they also have to set when they're in the back row.
Haynes leading by 2 over Hannan, the defending state champs. And now it's only a 1-point match here in the third set as Bevelo, another kill for her.
And that's a great choice right there. Finding the mismatch, bigger hitter, smaller blocker, taking advantage of that opportunity.
Avery Lewis will have the serve. Virginia Voce, and that's going to go out. Holencheck unable to handle it. Ends up knocking it out. And Virginia Voce gets the point. Or excuse me, Marilyn Voce. Good left-handed strike again from Mia Phillips. Been very consistent here. Actually, excuse me, that was Riley Schubert. I saw the left arm swing, and I thought that was Mia, but it is Riley Schubert.
There are so many lefties on that side of the court.
Yeah.
I think you got probably 3 on the court at the same time.
Point's going to go to Hannan.
Yeah, double contact. That's pretty obvious, pretty clear right there.
Tied at 12. Pathathong on the serve here. Virginia Voce. Hannan's got to get it over, and it's going to end up being a point for the Haynes Hawks, or Haynes Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, center line violation. Those balls that are close to the net, so tough to get in there. You have no room for error on the net side of that ball. And you see right here, she makes a play and steps right under the net.
Yep, good call there by the official. Good pass, and that's going to be a point. Coming up big there was Schubert. Schubert gets a much-needed point to tie this thing back up. 13 apiece in the third set. Wow, big time swing there from Virginia Voce.
Just a ton of self-confidence. Like, she knows if she gets a ball like that, no block, that she's going to score.
14-13. Vaughn with the serve. First touch was by Avery Lewis. Oh, nice job there. Got it in. Barely, but Riley Schubert got the point.
Oh, that is a great swing down the line. Outside the block, between the block and the antenna. Really small window to hit through.
Yeah, not much room there, but she was able to make it work, and now it's Aubrey Bankston. And it just goes out. So close. Point to Hannan, and Hannan has taken the lead here in the third set.
Well, when you've seen so many of those balls hit in, it's hard to, in that short moment, to make a decision to let that ball go or play it.
And a nice point there for Haynes to tie this thing up at 15.
I think this match is turning out to be everything that people expected it would be.
Thought it could go 5 sets. It's got that feel to it. Good dig there by Virginia Voce. Nice job by Josie. Neither one can really get their offense going here on this set.
Net on somebody.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought Hannan was in the net. And that's the way the officials saw it as well. Point going to go to Haynes.
You see how tight that ball is? That set's too tight. Blockers are trying to go up, make a play. Hitters trying to go up and make a play. Sometimes you get everybody in the net.
Good block there. Marilyn Voce was there. A great dig from Bankston. The tap sets it up here. This is Marilyn Voce just a little bit too long, and she can't believe it. Ooh. Very close.
That was close. I hope we get a look at that one.
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell. Have to get some of those players out of the way next time.
Bree Dornan on the serve. Marilyn Voce with the tap. And it's going to get across. Wasn't the biggest strike of the day today from Bailey Bevelow, but it was very effective.
That ball hit the tape and rolled 1.5 or 2 feet. You'll see it right here. Bonk. Just changes his trajectory a little bit.
Dornan's got an ace. And it's 18-16. Bree Doran, who had to sit out about a year and a half because of an injury. And she's been a nice spark for the team this year. 18-16 is Hannan has been able to make a run here to take the lead and lead by 2. Let's go back to that Marilyn Voce strike. Was it in or was it out? We get a better look right here. Man, that's in.
That looks like it's on the line, yeah.
That is in.
But, where you're standing makes such a big difference. Your perspective on the ball. Obviously, the line judge didn't see it on the line. From that camera angle, it did. And we're seeing that in the college game now. Most of these arenas have cameras on the lines. But sometimes the ball is moving so fast, it's kind of hard to determine what a blur does or doesn't do. Obviously, in high school, no replay.
Yeah. But you would love to have a challenge or two in your back pocket, wouldn't you, in a state championship?
Yes, you would. We've seen that in football.
Yeah, right. So Bree Dornan with another serve. This time handled a lot better by the Yellow Jackets. And a great block. Huge block there by Bevelow.
Ooh. Straight down. Great positioning. Had seen that she liked to probably go that way a lot. Dove into that angle.
Another block, but it goes out of bounds. Point goes to Haynes.
Sometimes you can use that block to your advantage. That block didn't get squeezed back into the court. It was facing out the court, so a ball off their hands is naturally going to go out. Anything that lands on the line or in is a point.
Got to knock it over. Bevelow again. Another point.
On the slide, something we haven't seen a lot of out of Haynes. You see her go behind the setter, running a short little slide. A new little wrinkle, maybe something Hannan can start to mix in a little bit and find some success with that.
Bevelow, the 6'1" middle blocker, won a state championship last year. She's also won an AAU national championship. Coming up big in this third set as Hannan has extended its lead to 3. Little tap. Boy, do the Yellow Jackets need a point here. It's going to be just up to Avery Lewis to knock it over. And there's Bevelow again. Up by 4 are the Hawks. Huge play here. Wow.
What a heads-up play. You see Bevelow just go up and flip it back down. Too many times hitters try to go up and hit that ball instead of just blocking that ball, changing the direction of it. Really heads-up play.
Yeah, it's been pretty impressive here from her. As Bevelow has kind of taken over here in this match. And it's allowed Hannan to take a 4-point lead. 21-17 as they look to take a 2-1 lead in this Division III state championship game. Last year, Hannan, they cruised to a state championship in the finals, beating Edie White in straight sets. Really the only team that gave them any kind of problems in the postseason last year when they won a state title was this Haynes Academy squad. As we mentioned, it went 5 sets in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, these two teams very familiar with each other.
Miranda Holenchek with the serve. That's what you needed. Somebody to step up, and it was Granados.
Yep, coming out of a timeout. What a great response. Well, if you're Haynes, you got one more rotation, and you get Sky Lewis back in the front row. She's a bigger block option for you.
And another point. Digging down deep is Haynes. Marilyn Voce got the point. Big smile on her face.
And for Hannan, you've got a front row setter. You're running a 5-1, so you've got a hitter on the outside, a hitter on the right. What does Bevelow do? Does she stay on the right side? Does she come inside and hit in the middle?
Well, how about you try Mia Phillips? But Haynes defended that very well. And the point going to the Yellow Jackets. Marilyn Voce now stepping up big. And we got another timeout. Marilyn Voce getting back-to-back points here for Haynes Academy.
going to Mia Phillips there has been a good option. She has scored and scored and scored cross court. Looked like she tried to go line there. Block was in a great position.
Well, our coverage of the Division III state championship game from the Cajun Dome brought to you by Coca-Cola. Also brought to you by Farm Bureau. And also brought to you by MMR. And, of course, Oshner. You're watching the LHSAA Network. Glad you could join us. Jeff Palermo, Robert Smith, and McKenna Malone from Lafayette, Louisiana. On the campus of University of Louisiana at Lafayette. And we've seen these Haynes sisters really perform very well here. Again, Virginia, a senior. She is headed to UAB to play beach volleyball. They started playing together when Virginia was in the 8th grade. Maryland was in the 7th grade. And here they are competing in the state championship game, probably playing together competitively for the final time. More Maryland Voce, but right there defensively was Holbrook. In, point, Haynes. Excuse me, Hannan. Point, Hannan, 22-20.
That's a great job you see in that front rotor. When you've only got 2 hitters, it's a little bit easier to cue in on them defensively, to work that ball outside the block right to the edge of the court. There's that short serve that's been giving them so much trouble in that rotation.
All she could do is Virginia Voce knock it back. Setting it up. Big hit there. And that's going to be a kill for Hannan. Getting the point. Riley Schubert.
Another lefty.
23-20. Hannan closing in on a 3rd set victory.
And do we see another short serve here?
Got to be ready for it if you're the Yellow Jackets. There defensively was Holacek, but you can't handle it. Kind of knocked her backward. Another big kill for Maryland Voce. She's been huge here down the stretch in the 3rd set.
Well, and this is what they need. You know, these beach players are used to hitting that big, high ball. It's not a concern for them. Some people struggle with the timing of that. Beach players tend to be a little bit more comfortable with that kind of ball.
We got set point coming up as Mia Phillips got the kill there. 24-21.
She really has been unstoppable for the Hawks today, whether she's hitting on the outside or the right side. You see here she's going to transition and go to the outside.
Virginia Voce, big hit, but the point goes to Hannan, and they win the 3rd set. Great defense at the net for the Hawks, and they're 1 set away from winning another state championship. 2 sets to 1. Watch the defense here by Hannan, the huge block, the point for Riley Schubert.
Love did this. This is love's